This is to Get to Free Press, and I'm George Boston Rhymes. And I'm about to talk with Reverend John H. Robinson. We're going to talk about some of his talents, because he's an artist, he's an author, civil rights person, and just an outstanding community person. And we're going to interview him in a few minutes, because you have a right to know. Let's get this done on behalf of the public's right to know. And now, Mr. John Robinson, what say you?
Not too much. I'm just chilling out here on Sunday evening. Yes, today is a beautiful day. And I'm holding in my hand here a book called Chicken Scratch. And here to promote my book, Chicken Scratch, and to talk about it. And then I got a word for our President of the United States of America. I got a word for him.
All right. You hear that, watchers, subscribers? He gonna talk about our president, the #1 racist in this country at this time. I say that because it is so crystal clear that he is indeed a racist, among other names that I will not call, but I could. And of course, the information is available online for you. But that's not why we're here today. I'm here to speak about my book called Tribute to an Unknown Soldier. You can get it from Amazon, all major bookstores across America and overseas. Mr. John H. Robinson published Chicken Scratch, and I published Tribute to the Unknown Soldier. And of course, they both are available on the web. I invite you to introduce yourself to these two works. We did it because you all have a right to know. We did a double book signing in where, Doc?
It was up in
Snellville.
Snellville, Georgia, and the Atlanta area at Barnes & Noble.
And it was very successful. And now we're going to lay the books down, and we're going to talk to the one and only John H. Robinson. By the way, what are these, brother?
These number one, I'm an artist. And these are pictures that I done of President Kennedy and his family and of Martin Luther King at the Lorraine Hotel. These was hand drawn, and I took my time to do the works, and it's very unique work, and it's all scale work. And
What do you mean when you say scale work?
it means that every ounce of the drawing is measured. Okay? In other words, I got these out of a magazine, and I scaled the magazine 10 to 15 times the size of the actual drawing in the magazine by measure. This is Dr. Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson and Carmichael and the musician that played the night before his death at the Lorraine Hotel. And this drawing over here is Kennedy and his family. And the reason I wanted to bring these out is because I want Donald Trump to know that we are not in agreement with his attitude. He is against everything that these men stood for. And he split the nation by having a foul tongue and saying things that really don't even make sense in these days and time. We should be focusing our minds on global warming instead of talking about people going back home to their countries and people getting out of the nation and putting up barricades to stop people from coming into the country. We have global warming on a global scale. Just here last month, we had world first recorded temperatures in history since weather been reported. All in Germany, 105 degrees. Other areas over in Europe, 107 degrees. Ice glaciers, caps melting. And then he wanted to have a discussion about provoking Armageddon, the war of all wars. And this thing that we have to be particular about when we look at that. I want him to understand that we are not in agreement. We do not agree with splitting this nation. With time, we're not going to permit time to be turned back. I realize that he's a man of great wealth and of power. But the same thing will serve him that serves us all. And as time causes us to age. And as we age, each day we are closer to our graves. Day by day, month by month, week by week, year by year. And you can look at him and tell that time is taking a toll on him. And we want you to understand that, take into consideration the facts that no one's going to live forever. That we all got a legacy to leave behind us. Is this the way you want time to record you as a bigot, as a racist? Do you want to go down in history as being the president that split the nation to try to turn the hands back on time? We as black people here in America, we refuse to accept your rhetoric, which that's all it is. The foul mouth that you have toward women, the misunderstanding that you have toward life. It's tragic for you to be the president of a nation so powerful that represents freedom. To be an oppressor that wants to suppress people and not realizing the economic struggle that's throughout all of America. The trauma that people are living through day to day. And yet you as the president get up and you make these statements that you make. And when you made the statement, and I watched you on the news, how for a moment you stuck out your chest, you held your chin up high, as they began to chant, go home, or whatever it was they were saying. And for a minute, you was a dictator just like Hitler. And I hope everyone in the nation saw that if you have the power over such a military force, and if you can get people persuaded to go your way, it would indeed be another Holocaust in this country and in this world that we can't afford. For men like you that's got poisoned, feeble minds, they have such a great wealth. You need to consider what God has done for you as a human being and as a person, and realize that everyone deserves a chance in life. I believe it's disgraceful to be the president of the United States, and it's a dishonor to this country to have a representative that's got such a foul mind. I know you can do better than you're doing, and your Republican followers that get up and try to defend you so vigorously. It's a shame that the nation has to be split along those lines. When we go back to the Revolutionary War in this country, we had white abolitionists that stood up for black America. that believed that a black man should be free. We didn't have, as black people, we didn't have any guns. We didn't have no military. It was white abolitionists that's come forward. And then men like Frederick Douglass and these kind of men like Prince Hall, these kind of men that stood for something. And then we had a renaissance, and it was wiped out by people with the mind that you have. We believe in progression. Yes, I'm John Robinson. I was a neighbor of West Palm Beach, and I understand the time that you spend in Palm Beach, and I fully understand the power of the Republican Party as a suppressor of the common everyday working man. I know you might not have the understanding that poor folks may have because you are so rich and you are so wealthy. But I'm here to tell you that your rhetoric will not stand, and that you as the president of this country, whether if I want you to be my president or not, you are my president, and I'm calling you to come down from that high plateau that you is on in your hallucinatory mind. It's not real, Donald Trump. It don't work like that, okay? As you can do your hands, it don't work this way. It don't go like that. It worked the way it worked. Then you'll stand on foreign policies. You don't want to just kill up 10 million people. It don't go down that way, Mr. Trump. People that defend themselves vigorously. You got to realize that America can fall overnight. Nebuchadnezzar, in one drunken night, empire went down. When he said, look what I've done. And I want you to look what you are doing as my president that represent all of us out here. We don't believe in what you are doing. And what you are doing is unjustifiable. So you need a second thought. And then to come up with this thing about black people in power. It's disgraceful for what you did to those women. It was uncalled for. And to be a mature adult that's known as President of the United States, you should know better than that. Let's keep it very plain and simple. We are not going to stand for that. This is your last term as president. Hope you enjoy it. Don't go out and try to treat it a diversion and outside of the people like starting a war so you can remain in the seat. It's not going to work, Mr. President. Along those lines, you defy everything that these men and these drawings stood for. Freedom. Everything. And we're not going for it. And as president, I ask, will you try to do better? Can you think to do better? Or is it just the way you are programmed in life? And I know you're good at tweeting. And they say run and tweet that. Mr. President, I salute you, Mr. President. Did you see it? Did you see that salute? That is a salute of a lifetime. I salute you again, Mr. President. Did you see it again? I salute you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic of which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. To those dead soldiers that died, Mr. President, we all salute you. Did you see it? Bye-bye, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. You've just been listening to Reverend John H. Robinson, a friend of mine, and we've been walking together for a long time. And I do want to focus on these pictures again because I could not have said it best. The President of the United States currently, Donald J. Trump, in my most humble opinion, he is a disgrace to the work of John Fitzgerald Kennedy. He is a disgrace. Moreover, he's a disgrace to Frederick Douglass and the other white European presidents that occupied the White House before him. And he had the nerve last week, to denigrate Elijah Cummings. That too was a disgrace. Martin Luther King, Ralph Abernathy, Jesse Jackson gave their all to make America what she said she was in the beginning. But she was a liar. God knows she was a liar. And so these great black leaders brought America up so she could be respected by the world. And as black Americans, or Africans if you will, we're going to continue to make America better tomorrow than she is today, faults and all. Once again, the Ghetto Free Press, George Boss Ryan with John Henry Robinson, a man among men. And what I like about him the most is he's not afraid to speak the truth as a member of the clergy. How many other clergies in Valdosta, Lowndes County, the state of Georgia, are willing to speak the truth, as many Democrats and Republicans are aware of? He bring it home to them, maybe to give them courage to stand up for what is right. And Doc Robinson went one step further. He put the troubles that he faced as a black man in this book called Chicken Scratch. Peace be unto you. The Ghetto Free Press. Bye-bye. We're gone.
I wanted to have a friend here to sit down for a minute and to get to the Free Press. Just to be able to say thank you for your friendship. Thank you for
You're welcome, brother.
walking with me through everything that I've been going through with. See, I got diagnosed with terminal cancer. And he been a good friend of mine and walked along with me. He see me when I go down, he see me when I'm up. I don't have a stomach nor a pancreas, so I can't produce sugar. And sometimes I have downfalls with my sugar drop, and I go right downhill immediately. I mean, I go downhill. I'm talking about downhill. And, you know, he's seen me go through some of these changes at different times. And I just want to just tell him thanks for his friendship, for being there and walking along with me and my family. And again, thank you, man.
Thank you very much. And I got to add a little bit, too. I want to thank you for being my friend. Not only a friend, but a soldier in the struggle of economics and trying to bring equal employment into the city, county, and the state of Georgia. Mr. Robinson has stood with me. I have a lot of people that I meet, greet, and walk my beat from because they say they're with me. But give them a few days, a month, or a year, and they no longer walk with you. Doc Robinson have always been a man of his word. He went through hell and low water down there in Florida, and he never quit. He has a proven track record. And all I can say is that he never quits. And when I find a man like that, and like the Honorable Reverend Floyd E. Rose and the late Pastor Ross of Mount Hope, they're on Gordon Street, I want to commend them for standing up. If there was others that I had seen stood up in Valdosta the way a very few pastors have, I would call all of them names. But I'm sad to say I don't have many that I can call who will go down to city and county commissioners meeting and challenge them on equal employment for black folk. Getting some of the contracts that come into the city, some of them involving federal dollars. Nobody else will hardly say anything about it, but John Robinson and Reverend Rose, they will get the job done. You all can depend on them for doing that, but they are the ones that are criticized. Their name blind, but there are some of us who understood when Jesus said, I came unto my own, and my own received me not. But as many received me, to them gave he power to become the sons of God. So again, appreciate you for trying to walk as Jesus walked. Thank you very much.
And thank you again for your friendship. And I take pride in walking alongside men that stand up and fight the way that you fight the battle, and the concern that you show to so many different people. I'll be with this man when he get phone calls, and he'll take off to Quitman, he'll take off to Waycross, he'll take off to Atlanta, he'll take off to Jacksonville, all different places, and he'll be on top of the issues. And we need to support our black media. He is our media, and it's best to have our own, and he is our own. And I want to thank him again. I don't want to run this in the ground, but thanks again.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right.
This is the Get To Free Press, George Boss Ryan. We report what others ignore. Bye-bye, we're gone.